Hello guys, it's Per from Aeon of Awareness and you are watching Rock Da Vinci. Have fun and enjoy the show.
Beginning, I mean. So, you're tuned to Rock Da Vinci and we have the honor to have with us our German friends and founders of Aeon of Awareness, Per and Metalist. Hello guys and welcome to Rock Da Vinci. We're very glad to have you with us today.
Hello and
thank you.
Thanks for inviting us. Yeah.
Aeon of Awareness is actually a project that was born in 2020 and belongs to the genre of melodic death metal. So before we continue with the EP that is Ante Portas, would you like to say some things about your work until now, and to be more specific, which was the reason and the motive of this project creation? I mean, did you create the band because of the COVID circumstances, or was it a previous plan?
Yeah, okay. Let me say a few words about the foundation process of Aeon of Awareness. Originally, Aeon of Awareness was conceived as a solo project. At this time, I was inspired by Thomas Saukonen, which is the mastermind of a Finnish death metal band called Wolfhard. Maybe some of the metal fans know his name. And he started a completely own project, and he left his other projects because of that, because he was unsatisfied and he thought, okay, I have to start something new, and he was so ambitious, and I really was inspired by his music and all the strength and energy he puts into this project, and that was the main reason why I thought I should do the same. And at this time, I was looking for a singer with a deep and powerful voice, and I knew Meta for several years because of other circumstances and so on. And I was fascinated by his expressive voice and his deep growls and so on. And that's the reason why I asked him if he would like to join Aeon of Awareness. And in 2020, during the first lockdown here in Germany, we decided to put this long-awaited wish, or to realize this long-awaited wish, and we founded Aeon of Awareness and worked on the first tracks.
Yeah. During the pandemic, we have the time to do this. Yeah, with our other bands, we can't play live. And so we have more time, more space, and so we can do this project. Yeah.
Okay, so until now you have already released an EP, Dialogue with the Unconscious, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
If you want to tell some things about this work.
Yeah. Meta, you or me?
It was you.
Okay. Yeah, the first EP was, or let me say some other words about it. I had a song. The song is called Resignation. It's also part of the EP. And I wrote the song several years ago, about 5, 6 or 7 years ago. And it was my wish to record this song, because I thought the song is something which comes deep from my heart and from my soul, and therefore I'd like to want to record this song. And we started with Resignation at first. It was the first song, and Resignation was released as a single. And after we have released Resignation, we thought about new songs, and we decided to put some more songs in order to create an EP, a complete EP. And that was Dialogue with the Unconscious. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and now your new EP, Virua, will be released on April 15th.
Yeah.
The single Decor has already been released in December, 23 of December. Through this you want to speak about the Maori's mythology. So why did you choose this one, this mythology? What does it represent for you?
Yeah, okay, we both had a strong relationship to nature, like the Maori people had. And since a long time I was fascinated by the art of Maori, like tattoos and so on. I also had or have some Maori tattoos on my body, and I read a lot of topics about Maori mythology and so on, and I was really fascinated by this theme. And another point is that we want to go other ways apart from the common metal themes, like Satanism and Nordic mythology and so on, and that's the reason why we choose the Maori mythology as our main theme, especially for the second EP, because in the first EP we talked about things like isolation, resignation, like the song theme and so on. So there were especially more Maori topics in the upcoming EP, but not in the first EP.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I wanted to ask this because death metal bands usually use like Nordic mythology, Vikings and all of this, and it was very original, this option. Yeah, sorry, Matt, you wanted to say something, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, there are cool mythologies too. Yeah, very interesting. And when you read books about the mythology, equal it's the Norse mythology or the Maori mythology, pictures come in the mind, and I think that's good mythology. Yeah, you read it and you have some pictures in your mind how the gods look like, and so it's very interesting. The mythology thing itself. Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's completely different in relation to the Nordic mythology, for example, because the Maori mythology is quite complex, but also, in my opinion, at least in my opinion, more familiar than the Nordic mythology. The Nordic mythology is sometimes really cruel, and it's something for hard and strong people. But in the Maori mythology, you find more complex things like the bounding of the parents, the Papa and Rangi, which are the heaven and earth, both elements which are creating the world and so on. And there are a lot of really complex topics which are quite interesting, like Meta said before.
Yeah, that's really interesting also for the audience, because within the songs we can understand and learn things about mythology, and maybe we didn't go to read about this otherwise. So this is a good appointment for us to learn some things about Maori mythology and get familiarized with it. Well, Per, I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. You are influenced from the by the well-known Göteborg school, but also from other bands like Motorhead or Blind Guardian. So I want you to tell me which is this element that mesmerizes you and inspires you most, and how you saw it through this project and through the new EP. Does it concerns philosophical questions of life, for example? You mentioned something before.
Okay, yeah. At first, I'd like to say that I like a lot of music, a lot of different styles of music, from blues rock to black and death metal and some other extreme parts or styles of metal music. But since I'm consuming music, or since I listen to music, My heart belongs to the death metal from Scandinavia, especially bands like At the Gates, Former In Flames, Dark Tranquillity, but also modern bands like Wolfheart, as I said before, or a French melodic death metal band called Fractal Gates. And yeah, this is my really passion. So, and because of this, I've tried to put a lot of melodic death elements into Aeon of Awareness. So I would say Aeon of Awareness is a melodic death metal project for me. And yeah, music in general is like a philosophy for me. Yeah, it's a passion, but it's also necessary. It's like what's the word? Zum Leben, atmen.
The sense of being,
yeah.
the breathing.
Yeah, it's like the sense of being alive, of feeling alive for me. So Aeon of Awareness is more than just a musical project. It's something like a passion, and I want to, or I feel alive because of the passion for Aeon of Awareness. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty.
Yeah.
Sometimes my English sucks a little bit, but I hope you can understand what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You seem different from the most death metal bands, and not only for the mythology that we said before, which is different, and all this theme. Your sound is very melodic, and the lyrics are more positive and lightweight in a way. So even if you speak about loneliness and isolation, you approach these terms under different conditions, and you provide the creative aspect of them. So if you want to explain something about this, because I found it really, really interesting.
Okay, have I correct understand it? You see light in the lyrics or positive influences?
Yes, in a way, as I listen to your music, in the one hand, you speak about these themes of isolation and loneliness, but you give me a sense that you don't stay just there. You find a solution, and you make this loneliness more creative in a way.
Yes, that's the way. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Yeah, thank you. That's the way. It's an we searching for isolation. Yeah, it's not an isolation that other people give to us. Yeah, we do the isolation to find ourselves. We know what we do, and it brings us on other levels. Yeah, you see the world outside. There's nothing for me. It's nothing good in this world outside, especially in these days. Yeah, but before these days, capitalism exists. Yeah, and you need some space to escape. And isolation is a good space to escape. Have fun with your mind. Yeah, look what your mind says you. Yeah, and the other song you thought about is resignation.
Resignation.
Was resignation?
You mean the songs of the first EP?
You mean the songs of the first EP?
Yes, because I hear it. I understand that you mean the isolation is good when it's an option.
Yeah.
And that we have to do it. We have to speak with ourselves.
Yes.
We need to do this, because if we don't speak with ourselves, we cannot do this with other people. That I can understand from the whole concept.
I think self-reflection, which comes from isolation, for example, is a good way to find own strength inside, And I think that's what we want to express in our song Fort Fortress, the second song of our first EP. And for me, and I think for Meta too, isolation is a good way a good way of self-reflection. Yeah, as I said before, and it's a good way to find what you need in life and what you want in life, and to come to yourself, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and that's all.
Yeah, and you can find it with other people. That's clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you talk with other people, you find reflection, self-reflection. Yeah. But in my life, I think it's really similar in Per's life. Most people are disappointing for us. Yeah. It's they say things but do them. And so on and so on. Yeah, they live this normal life, and a new smartphone. Yeah, it's everything. Yeah, for the most people in this world, and that's just a problem. Yeah, and they kill the nature. Yeah, capitalism first, faster, higher, and that's not our way of living. And so we find back to the nature because the purest way of living is go to the nature and enjoy a fucking tree. Yeah,
Yes.
It brings you more than watch TV.
Yeah.
And look what poor people not have. Yeah, that's the problem in this world for us.
And let me say a few things about isolation in general. During the first lockdown in Germany, for example, or we all lived in this lockdowns, yeah, like you too in your country and so on. We were alone, or we are thrown to ourselves, yes. And I think that sometimes sucks, yeah. Being alone is not a good state of mind sometimes, but it's also a chance to grow, yeah, if you know what I mean, to find your inner self, to find what you need and what you will do in life. And I think isolation can also be a chance for growing, and that's what we what we wanted to express in our first EP, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, in isolation, you have the time. Yeah, you can read books. Yeah, in the normal life, I don't have time to read books. Yeah, that's shit. Yeah, you read books, you listen to music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go to other spheres. Yeah, and thinking.
Yeah.
And so the pandemic, in general, it's not good. That's clear. Yeah, but it gives us time to find us new. Yeah, because in the normal way of living, it's not good for us.
Yes.
Yeah, and that we realized about the pandemic. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, that we realized over this, but the time was right or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. When in the first hand I saw all the themes about your songs about isolation, nature, mythology, I said, wow, a lot of things. But as I understand, everything is connecting with each other. I mean, isolation, we can find isolation through the nature. And the nature can give us this, the time and the space to think and to relax and calm. And as I understand, Mars mythology also is very connected with nature, and now understand all this connection to your songs. So Meta, the common element, as I understand, that has unified you and Per to all this, it was all these themes we have talked about.
Yeah, the main themes are the Maori mythology. Yeah, the respect for the nature, and self-reflection. Yeah, I think self-reflection is the main thing because when you don't realize what part you have in this world or in this nature, yeah, you can't protect the nature. Yeah, you destroy it because you go further and further. And
right.
so, yeah, I think self-reflection is the main point of our thinking. Yeah.
Okay, I just ask this because I know that you also in some other bands. I don't know if you are still work with these bands, but the question was why to choose this project, okay, why something else? And this project, as I can understand, offers many different aspects to examine. Now, do you want to explain to us the way that you're working until now? You were the only members, I think. You played like all the instruments. If I'm not wrong, you have also another member in your team, Stefan Roth.
Yeah, okay. So Stefan, our new drummer, joined last year after we've recorded our first EP, and then he joined, and yeah, we've been searching for a drummer, or since last year we've been searching for a drummer because we think that a real drummer can bring us to the next level. And we also have the wish to play live shows and so on, and that's the reason why Stefan joined the Aeon crew, and he's supporting us as a studio drummer and also live. And his drum parts are also part of the upcoming EP by Jura. And yeah, usually it's my part to arrange or write the songs in general, and after this, Meta and me write some lyrics. Yeah. So for the upcoming EP, I guess Meta writes the most parts of the lyrics, and for the first EP, we wrote nearly the same parts, me and Meta as well. Yeah, for one or two songs. And after we finished the arrangement for a song, I sent a song to Stefan, and we are working on the details until the song feels complete. And after the song feels complete, we try to record the song for upcoming EPs or album productions and so on. Yeah, that's our routine, and it worked quite good so far. Yeah.
Okay, and why did you choose to write your songs in maternal language and in English as well? Do you think that it's harder for people that do not speak German to understand you? Do you believe that through your music, through your sound, you deliver clearly your message?
Yeah, in my opinion, the German is sometimes a good language to express things in a quite clear and also honest way. And for me, it's my native, or for Meta too, it's our native language. And for me, it's sometimes better, or it feels better to express things in German because I can write more complex or about more complex themes. And in English it's possible too, but it's not as easy as in German. And yeah, we also want to go new ways, so we won't restrict ourselves to just one language. So that's the reason why we've tried also French lyrics within our first EP, for example. And we have also plans to use another language, like the Maori native language and something like that. So we have other plans for the future, but we won't restrict ourselves to just English. And yeah, maybe Meta has something to say about this.
Yeah, it's the most lyrics I write in English for my other bands too. But it's very interesting to hear it, the deaf vocals, to do the deaf vocals with other languages. It's very interesting and cool. but it's hard work, and it's the flow in English. It's flowing more.
More common. It's also more common within the metal scene.
Yeah, and it's in German it's harder to sing the longer words. You need more air. Yeah, the breathing is not the same like in English. But it's very interesting to do this in German or in French.
Yeah.
And the time will show what comes. We are open for other languages, and when we find people who support us and do the translation, in Maori or in Spanish maybe, it was cool, and we try it. But when you do this, the lyrics must be correct. It's when we sing in other languages, it must be correct in the grammatic, and that's important for us.
And just one story. It was the first recording of Meta and me when we recorded Resignation. Meta has also a German and an English text for Resignation, and we tried both. And after he has recorded his vocals, I thought, no, German sounds better in my opinion. German sounds more brutal in this case, and that's the reason why we've decided for Resignation to choose a German text, because it suits better, to the sound of Aeon of Awareness. But in some other cases, also English is the better way, and that's the reason why we want to select which of these languages we try to speak suits better to the music. And that's the reason why we choose not English as the only language, but other languages too.
Okay, maybe we'll hear a song in Greek too. It would be interesting.
If you can translate, then of course. Right. But you have to show us how to speak in Greek language. That's really important, because me and Meta doesn't know anything about Greek language, but it sounds really epic, and like hero. No, what heroic.
Yeah. Right word? It's really You have great basketball players in Greece. And when they give an interview in the mother language, it sounds very big guys, and do a hard interview. It's really cool.
We'll have some Greek classes, and you'll be okay. But of course, I want the lyrics to about the Maori's mythology, but because I'm really interested in this, and I would like to understand some things.
But can I ask you a question? What do you think about some Greek bands like Rotting Christ or Septic Flesh and something like
Nightfall?
Nightfall. Do you like Greek bands, Greek metal bands, or what's your opinion about
personally? Me, yeah, of course. Rotting Christ is my favorite one.
Okay.
I really like that they promote in a way the ancient Greek language, and they can express themselves through this language. And also people from all over the world, from other countries, even if they don't speak not only Greek, but ancient Greek, they can sing their songs. And this is very important for me. So.
Just one question. Sorry, but what's the difference between ancient Greek and modern Greek? Because I didn't hear about that.
Ancient Greek is the Greek that our predecessors used from the years before Christ.
Okay.
Yes, modern Greek is the evolution of this language. It has a lot of differences, but everything, grammar, vocabulary, everything starts from there.
Yes. Okay. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you have any plans for lives?
Yes, there are plans for 2022. As the Corona pandemic is hopefully, or it's allowing, we are planning gigs for from the second half of the year, from August or September and so on. And there are no concrete dates so far, but we have already looking for some suitable locations, and yeah, I hope that we can find some locations. And our main goal is to have at least one gig this year from September or August and so on. Yeah.
Okay. And to finish, I want to ask you something more social and is in relevance with our primary conversation about nature. In a world of much progress, humans still do not realize how important the nature is for us. The nature is our home, and how we can speak about progress when in the same way we destroy our home. I mean, our home is not only the architecture of the old buildings and all these things. The main thing is nature, and you're aware of this. So do you believe that through your music you can change something, and how?
Yeah, it's sad to say, but I think the music doesn't change. Yeah, the destruction of nature will go on. Yeah, and during the pandemic, we see there are some parts or some phases. What's the name in English? Phase. Some. Yeah, for a time, yeah, for
time periods.
For a time period, yeah. Or stand still in Venice, you can see the fishes in the water, yeah.
Yeah.
And
the nature was healing during this time,
yeah. Yeah, and not so much airplanes in the sky, yeah. The things and the nature is healing, yeah. You see it, and. But the corporations they are waiting. The state said or say now we can go, yeah, and so it's like it was before, yeah. They kill the nature just for profit, and that's a problem of mankind. Yeah, we are the highest evolved species, yeah, but we kill our planet, yeah. That's what we need to live. We kill it
just for profit, yeah.
Just for profit.
Yeah. That's really sad.
That's really sad. Our music will change it, yeah. And so we will see how much time we have on this planet. Yeah, for us it's okay. We have some good years, yeah. But for children it's a very bad situation at this time. Yeah, and so we look forward what's going on, but I think I know what's happened in some years, and so it is how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
we can change it.
I think Meta has right. So we have some critical lyrics about exploiting the nature and so on, but I think because of these lyrics. Maybe nothing will change, yeah, and that's what Meta is trying to say. So I think the raping of our nature will go on also after the Corona pandemic. But I really hope, because I try to be optimistic. So in most cases I'm not an optimist, but in this case I try to be as optimistic as possible. And maybe we will have another generation who thinks more about this planet and about protecting this planet, but I'm not sure if that will come or not. And I think Meta will have right, although it sounds sad. Yeah.
Yeah. This fucking world give us the themes for our lyrics, yeah, and our music. It makes the music strong, but it kills this planet. And that's the problem. Nothing will change. And nobody will change it. Profit is everything. Yeah.
That's true. Maybe states not going to change something, but I can see that people, not all of them, but a lot of people is more sensible about nature through the songs and through the bands. I mean, bands like Verdruna or Faun or singers like Runehild, they promote this beauty of the earth, and a lot of people become more sensible about this. So maybe through your music, you can also make more people sensible, and this is very important, I think.
Yeah, thank you. It is. It are very more people like in the 80s or in the 90s. That's real. And there are a lot of bands like us. Yeah, you bring thinking to the people that nature is a good thing. Yeah, not your enemy. Yeah, but in this scene, we are a big scene. Yeah, that's clear. Yeah, and it grows. But in the end, yeah, we are just too little. We are just too little, and that's very, very sad and bad. And yeah, but there are stronger enemies. We can fight against them. Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
To have gas and oil, and
Yeah.
they do everything. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to be optimistic about this. This is the only thing that we can do. And I think that music is a very strong weapon. It's the only weapon that we have from our part.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. And maybe
it keeps us alive.
It keeps us
yeah.
alive. Yeah. And maybe we can learn something from the native people like the Maoris, that we should take care of our nature, yeah, and of our of the nature. That's all.
Of the nature. Yeah.
Because Maori people did it. Yeah, they had a strong relationship to the nature, and they think they are the protector of the nature, and that's their main job. Yeah, being in the world is protecting this world. So, and that's a strong message from the Maori people, and in some cases we want to find a way to make the people clear that they have to think about the message if they will survive over years and over more generations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Maori and all the nature living or old civilizations or old people in the rainforest, yeah, they know that they need the nature to survive. Yeah, we don't realize it. Yeah, that we need the nature to survive. That's a problem. We can everything. We can have everything. We can build everything. Yeah, but when the nature say this is the end, the nature says it's the end.
And it will be the end.
Yeah, it will be the end. Yeah.
Well, these are the civilized people. In conclusion, they realize things that we don't, or most of us.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys so much for your time and for everything that you has tell us. I want you and Rock Da Vinci. Sorry. We want to say thank you. Good luck with this project and everything that you've done. And we hope to see you here in Greece soon.
That would be great, yeah.
Really great.
Would be an honor for us to play some shows in your country. Because, yeah, I think, as I said before, or as I told you before, I think Greece has some really special and quite good metal bands, like, for example, Rotting Christ. And yeah, it would be an honor for us to play some shows there.
Yeah. And it is an honor for us to having time with you and your show.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
And thanks for giving us the
Yes.
opportunity
Yes.
to have this interview. Yeah. And I hope you can understand us.
Yeah, sorry for the bad English.
It was
But
okay.
we tried.
Yeah,
Yes.
we tried as yeah.
Yeah.
We tried our best to be understandable for you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.